Hi everybody, this is Lisa, and it's time again for another writing class. So if you are interested in practicing your English writing skills today, right now in this hour, then you can go ahead and click on the button. If you have a reservation, then you click on the blue button, which is available in the first 2 minutes of the class. If you want to get a reservation, you can get one now. Otherwise, you can wait for the green Join Class button, which will be available probably in another minute or so, and then you will be able to join the Google Hangout. Hi there, Marcia. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And Hamid, how are you doing today?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. All right, I was wondering. My throat. Maybe I need some water. Okay. So how are you guys doing? Marcia, how's the weather? Did it change? Get sunny?
A little sunshine today. I'm better. I'm happy.
Yeah. Good. So you're better. And Hamid, how about you? You have probably a lot of sun.
Yes, some, but a lot of windy. Today I went to my evening sport, but it was terrible because the windy was changeable and no storm, but a lot of windy.
What were you going to do for exercise? Were you going to play soccer or something, or run?
No, jogging and a little bit running.
Right.
Yeah. Do you run around a track, or like where do you go?
Where I want to go, because we have no environment suitable. So I also live in a center for the
in the city.
So
in
yes,
the city. Do you live in the city? Yes. Okay.
For example,
okay, everybody, welcome.
Today I jogged for 1.7 kilometers.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, good job. Let's see. I want to say hi to everybody. Hi there, Enrique. How are you? And I want to make sure your microphones are working. So make sure you unmute your microphone.
How are you today?
Good. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you, but it's a little bit low. So maybe turn up your mic or something.
Better now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So we have Enrique and Hamid and Eron. Hi there. From Brazil.
Hi, Lisa. How are you? Nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I'll see you again later, too.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and Lamia. Lamia?
Hi, teacher. Hi. How are you?
Good. How do you say your name?
Lamia.
Lamia. Okay. Okay. And Marcia's here, also from Brazil, but living in Wales. Is it Wales?
Wales.
Wales. Yeah. Okay. Good. And Marco. Hi, Marco.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Marco, where are you
I'm
from?
fine, thanks. I'm from Italy.
Italy. Okay. Wonderful. And Maria.
Yes.
Hi.
From Sweden. How's your Spanish going? ¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien, gracias. I sometimes mix it with French. It's
yeah,
difficult
I know.
to.
I do that too. Okay, awesome. And Nadia, are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Russia. Okay. What part of Russia?
I'm not far from Moscow.
Okay, great. And Zinyu?
Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you? How do I say your name?
You say my name, you're right.
Dinu? Dinu?
Yes, you are right.
Okay, great. Okay, so I just wanted to say hi to everybody. We are going to be doing the writing class, and I'm going to put the link right now in the Google chat. So it looks like pretty much everybody found the Google chat. It's up on your left side over there, and click on that, and then you will be able to click on the Google Docs link, and that opens up for you the Google document that we're going to be writing on. So it looks like people are finding it. Good. Does anybody have a question about where it is? It's not in the Verbling chat box. It's in the other one, the Google chat. And you go to that right up there on your left-hand side. I think it's that side for you. Okay, let me just check. It looks like we have most people are there. Okay, I'm going to put it up in the screen share and go over how we do this class. If you already know what you want to do, then you can just go ahead and scroll down. So here is the document. This is an editable document, which means people are going to be able to write on these pages. So what I have here, I created just some prompts or questions, some pictures. Here's another picture. We had this one yesterday. We had a different picture though, but the same type of thing. It says, this is where you spent your last vacation. Write an email to a friend to tell him or her what you did during your vacation and what it was like to go down the river at the Grand Canyon. And so you can write that one if you want, and you can see how Marcia just got started. She wrote her name first, and then she started with the email. And if you want to start, you just click on the paper somewhere, and you just write your name. So I would write my name, and then start writing. And you can get started if you want, or you can keep watching as I explain. There's another picture. It says, this morning you went cross-country skiing. Email your friend to tell him or her about it, and ask him or her if she wants to go or he wants to go with you tomorrow. And number 3 says, write an email to your coworker or coworkers, it should be, to let them know that you will be gone for the next week. Tell them where you are going and when you will return. Also, tell them what to do while you are gone if they need help with something. The word while means during the time period that you'll be gone. Like who do they have to talk to, your boss or to another person, or figure it out themselves? Number 4 says, if you could go live anywhere in the world for 1 month, where would you go and why? So tell us where you would live and why you would want to live there for a month. Number 5 is describe a good memory you have from your childhood. And number 6 is the TOEFL essay question. Excuse me. You should always get the advice of others when you are making an important decision. So agree or disagree and write about that. When you're trying to write the TOEFL essay, to be able to make it longer, you give examples. So you might give examples like if you had to make an important decision, you would say what that important decision might be, like to get married or to move, to buy something that's very expensive like a car or a house maybe, where to go to study, things like that. You could give examples. Also, if you don't want to write on any of those, you can write free write, which means you can just write a story or something that you're working on that you want to practice. And like you can see Maria there, she just write your name and then write. Also, here's some easier questions for some people. Seems like some people have been wanting a little bit easier, just something that you can answer quickly. So I created 6 questions that you can just answer with 1 or 2 sentences if you want to do that. Question is, what is the weather like where you live today? 2, what did you have for breakfast? 3, what do you do for a living? 4, what did you study at the university? 5, how old were you when you started learning English? And 6, what did you do this weekend? So those are kind of shorter answer questions. So we have lots of different things you can do in this writing class, and it really is up to you to decide which which things you want to work on. What I'm going to be doing is waiting for you guys to write, and then as soon as people finish writing in their answers, then you can tell me, and then I will help make any corrections, answer any questions. Yeah. So let's see. Hi, Imad. Imad, you didn't make it in, but if you want to work on the TOEFL essay question, I will post it in the VerbLink chat, and then you can write it on a document on your computer, and then you can bring it into here at the very end or something. Okay? If you want to do that. So, Rosella, you're in the VerbLink chat, and I'm not sure what happened. You said you made the reservation. So the way you do it works is you make the reservation, but then in the first 2 minutes you have to click on the blue button, and you have to, that brings you into the Google Hangout. What it actually does is it opens up a new window, and that's the Google Hangout window. And then you come in down here below the video part of it, where you see everybody, and then that's how you get into the class. So I'm not sure what happened, because even though you make a reservation, you actually have to come and click on the blue button to be able to get into the class. Okay.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, sorry. Do we have to practice this exercise, all this exercise now in just an hour time?
No, you just do whatever you want to do. So we have 1 hour for the class, and so I have lots of different things that you can do. So some people will be able to write a couple of answers, and some people will spend most of the time writing the essay question. It really is just for you to have lots of opportunities, lots of choices.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just get to choose which you want to do, and you can write as much or as little as you want. Really up to you.
Okay.
So for the people who are in the Google Hangouts, go ahead and keep writing. If you don't want to listen to me, you can turn off your volume. But I'm going to talk a little bit right now to just to make sure everybody knows what's going on. We have lots of people that are still finding out about VerbLink and coming to check out the website and trying to understand how it works. So while you guys are writing, I will explain a little bit to those people who are watching how VerbLink works. So what VerbLink is a website for language learning. There's a couple of different parts to the website. One part is what you are watching right now, which is classes. So we have English classes and we have Spanish classes. And we have lots of teachers from all around the world that are native English speakers for the English classes and native Spanish speakers for the Spanish classes. And every hour we have classes. So I think this hour we have, I think, 3 English classes and maybe 1 or 2 Spanish classes available. And every teacher just chooses the type of class that they want to offer. And if you are interested in working with that teacher or working with that topic that they are offering, then you can come And you can do a couple of things. One, you can get a reservation. You have to be a Verbling Premium member to get the reservations, and that's $25 a month. Otherwise, if you do not have a premium membership, then after the first 2 minutes, you get to click on the Join Class button. And we have 9 people who can be in the Google Hangout. So every class can have up to 9 people at a time. So it's a good idea to come to the class right on time so you have the best chance of getting in. And if you cannot get into the class, then you can watch. Some classes, like the reading classes, you can read along with what they're showing, because we put it in the screen, and oftentimes people provide a link to a document where you can also read. In the writing class, it's a little bit more difficult to work with us because we're working on a Google document, and I'm only giving the link to the people who are in the class because in the past we've had some problems with people erasing people's writing, so it can get a little bit hectic if we have too many people working on the document at the same time. So that's what you're watching right now. In this writing class, people have the opportunity to just practice writing in English. I give the questions and the prompts, and also lots of opportunities for free writing. So anytime you're interested in working on your writing, if perhaps you need writing for your job or for a test that you're preparing for, this is a good class because you get immediate feedback. And I think it's a good class too because you get to be working the whole time. Sometimes in the reading classes we take turns, and so you're reading along but you're not reading out loud all the time. But this class you can be working the whole entire time practicing your writing. Marcia, do you want to read your first one?
Okay. Hi, Monica. How are you? How was your holidays? The mine was wonderful. We camped on the edge of a river at the Grand Canyon. In the last Saturday, we went down the river in boats, and it was the most scared and exciting experience I lived in the last few years. I am sure you should love it, and I hope you can go with us next summer. See you soon after.
Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. So when we're doing the emails, we do it like this. Hi, Monica, and then a comma, and then we go to the next line. How was your... So here we can say either how were your holidays or how was your holiday. Or that's more British. In the United States, we would say how was your vacation, but it's fine, the holiday. You could say mine, or my holiday, or my vacation was wonderful. We camped on the edge of a river at the Grand Canyon. Let's see. We don't have to say in the, we can just say last Saturday. We went down the river. Oh, on the last Saturday? Did you mean last Saturday like just happened last week, or on the last Saturday of the trip?
On the last Saturday of the trip.
Okay. On the last Saturday, we went down the river in boats, and it was the most scary and exciting experience I lived in the last few years. We don't usually say it like that, I lived. We just usually say I had, or I experienced, the exciting experience I had in the last few years. I'm sure you would love it, and I hope you can go with us next summer. See you soon, and then we put a comma after that. Okay? Great. Have you ever been down a river on a raft?
No.
It's pretty fun.
Too much scary for me.
Well, you know, not all of the rivers have rapids. The rapids are the big waves, but like you can see in this picture, it's pretty calm. And next week, I'm going to be going to Utah, and I'm going to be going down a river, and it's not going to be very fast. It's going to be slow and just calm, like that you see there. So it's not going to be scary. But the rapids can be scary for sure. Okay, Aaron, you want to read source?
Yes, Lisa. Let me see here. Okay, hi John. In my last vacation, I went to the river located at the Grand Canyon. Then I found some interesting people who wanted to make their own healthy foods. I tried this food and it was very good. After that, I took my boat and I went down to the river and I found a great landscape, a lot of trees, and believe it or not, but I saw some dinosaurs among the trees. Regards, Aaron.
Very good. All right. So, I think there's just a couple of things I would change. We would say on my last vacation or during. You could say during my last vacation.
Okay.
Or for my last vacation.
Okay, my great difficulty is the prepositions.
I know. It's very well, you can use a lot of different ones too. So there's not one right answer. But if you said in, people would understand it. It's just more common to say on my last vacation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On my last vacation, I went to the river located at the Grand Canyon. Then I would just put a period there. Then I found some interesting people. Who wanted to make their own healthy foods. I tried this food and it was very good. After that, and then I would put a comma, I took my boat and I went down to the river and I found a great landscape. Okay, what did you mean by landscape? Like a beach area or?
Beautiful trees, beautiful mountains.
Okay, I would say I saw some I saw some great landscape, a lot of trees, and believe it or not, I saw some dinosaurs among the trees. Regards.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, when we go to the river next week, we're going to be seeing a lot of, not dinosaurs, but ancient things. I don't know exactly what, but we're going to be seeing some things from a long time ago when the Native Americans used to live in the area, and I think like things on the rocks, like what are those called? The rock paintings, maybe, or something. Yeah. So,
okay.
so, but I don't think we'll see any dinosaurs.
I hope so. Okay. Okay, trial number 2 now.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Firas. Okay, also what I wanted to tell you about the verbling classes, somebody in the chat, Firas, you're asking about when do the classes start. They start every hour, and I believe that when you look at the verbling website, it is telling you your time. So for example, if I go to the verbling page, it'll tell me my time, which right now my time is 9:23 a.m. and that's because I'm in the Pacific time zone in the United States, and that's my current time. So I believe that when you go to the verbling website, it adjusts to your time wherever you are. So it's always in your time zone. Yeah, and it's every hour a new class starts.
Lisa, what's the synonym to decision?
To make a decision to
just the noun decision.
Okay, like what? Give me the example. Where are you?
To avoid repetition. Just to avoid using the same word decision.
Oh, okay.
What
Well,
would be a synonym?
Well, when you make a choice or you choose to do something or you make up your mind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's the synonym to decision?
I don't know. I'd have to look at where you're writing and see. Where are you writing?
My text is red.
Oh, down on the essay question?
Yes, it's an essay.
In the red, Nadia?
Yes, in the red.
Let's see. Well, choice is a synonym for
Choice.
decision.
No, it's not the choice. But yes, I'm writing about the person whose advice you're asking for, and my idea is that the person will have the wrong information, so this person will not be able to make the right decision, not the choice, but the decision.
Yeah, there's not really one that means exactly the same thing. So decision, you might have to use the word decision a lot in something like that because you're talking about it over and over again in each paragraph. You know, when you another synonym would be like a resolution or judgment.
Or to find the right solution.
Solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Listen,
Resolving something. Resolve. Yes.
could I put my free writing? It's different. It's free writing, but I could put it in the same
Yes.
options 1, 2, 3, and so on. Or
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Were you writing it on here or somewhere else?
No, it's different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can write whatever you want, but I have to be able to see it on here. So if you want to write, just find a place and then write your name and write it
Okay.
wherever you want. Yeah. As long as you put your name, then I'll be able to find it.
Lisa,
Yes.
I have a doubt about cross-country skiing. What means is cross-country?
So you see the picture?
Yes.
That's cross-country skiing. So you see how it has the skinny skis? It's not going downhill. It's just like kind of like walking on skis.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what you see in the picture because there's two types of the skiing. Skiing downhill is going up on the chairlifts and skiing down the mountains, or cross country where you might go up little tiny mountains or hills, but mostly it's flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Lisa, I put one.
Okay. Okay. Let me just make it a little bigger here so people can see it. All right, go ahead. The most disgusting hotel?
Yes.
Okay. You can read it.
Okay. The most disgusting hotel. The room, although a little odd, is the most beautiful thing that it has because it could repugnant many visitors from the outside. While this hotel-shaped human gut is disgusting, attracts many tourists who want to enjoy its facilities. The hotel is placed in a park close to Anvers, Belgium, and its room has a double bed, a shower, and a head pump, all of them with a minimalistic style. It was purchased by art lovers Carl and Gear, who bought it for their collection in Barbecue Foundation. The couple have more than 2,000 contemporary works are in the park, which attracts thousands of tourists every year. The hotel is one of their most famous works. Gear said that visitors are really happy to sleep in his hotel, which is surrounded of nature. They can see black swans, stars and visit our different exhibitions, he said. The hotel is a creation of the artist Joeb as a piece of art in which you can live. Curiously, sleeping there is not cheap. It costs $150 per night, and breakfast and park entry are included.
Okay. All right. Hold on here. All right. The room, although a little odd, is the most beautiful thing that it has because it could. Okay, what did you mean with this word here? It can like disgust people?
Yes, yes, because the form, the shape.
The shape of it. Okay, because it could. All right. Well, if you want to use that word, repugnant. It's not very It could be. You could say that repugnant to many visitors from the outside. Okay. While this hotel is shaped like a human gut, you would say it is disgusting, but it attracts many tourists who want to enjoy its facilities. The hotel is placed in a park close to Ambers, Belgium, and its rooms. Is it just have one room or many rooms?
One.
And okay, all right. And its room has a double bed, a shower, and a heap of all of them. What are you referring to them? All of the rooms or all of the stuff in the room?
The stuff.
Okay, all of the stuff in the room. Okay. Or you could just say all of these are of a minimalist style. It was purchased by art lovers Carla and Gare, so I would say anything. Who bought, new paragraph. It was purchased by art lovers Carla and Gere, who bought it for their collection in Verbeek Foundation. The couple have more than 2,000 contemporary works of art in their park, which attracts thousands of tourists every year. The hotel is one of their most famous works. Gere said that visitors are really happy to sleep in his hotel, which is surrounded by nature. They can see black swans, stars, and visit our different exhibitions, he said. The hotel is a creation of the artist Jip as a piece of art in which you can live. Curiously, sleeping there is not cheap. It costs $150 per night, and breakfast and park entry are included. Okay, good. Have you ever been there? What is that for real?
Yes, yes.
How did you hear about that?
On a newspaper.
Oh, okay. Art Park. Huh. That's it right there. Okay. The Hotel Cas Innes. I see. Okay, I'll put it up. I'll show if anybody wants to see a picture. I'm going to put it in there. I'll see if I can put it in here. Hold on.
Lisa, I'm done.
Okay. There's a picture of that hotel. Okay, Amit. TOEFL question? Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
People live different moments in their lives. Sometimes we can be in good or bad situations and important decisions. When we are in this mood, we need an experienced person for these moments. Moreover, I agree that we should get advices for others. Firstly, others can be our parents. Our parents have pure intentions and experience for their lives. So, if I confuse for some topics, my parents can show me through a certain way. In that case, I can decide what is true or false for my opinion. Secondly, important decisions can be crucial for our lives. For example, when I flirt with my girlfriend, we can decide to get married. In that case, I have to consult my parents' choice, because they can be aware of my decision's suitability. Thirdly, sometimes we shoot our inside voice. If we listen many people, we also confuse for some topics and we cannot get solution for our thinkings. With this way, we may be in dilemma. Unfortunately, we make a decision. I believe that the worst decision is good for uncertainty. In brief, we live important and crucial for for our lives. Just a moment. For our lives, and we need to get advice for others. Furthermore, we enlighten and determine our true ways for our circumstances and decisions.
Okay. All right, so go to the top again. People live different moments in their life. Sometimes we can, where'd it go? Sometimes we can be in good or bad situations. All right, so we can be in good or bad situations, and I would say you need to add something here. And we must make important decisions. When we are in this, not really a mood, it's in this situation. Oops, yeah, situation. We need an experienced person for these moments. Moreover, I agree that we should get advice from others. Firstly, others can be our parents. Our parents have pure intentions and experience from their lives. So let's say, I would say if I am confused about some topics, my parents can show me true and certain ways. In that case, I can decide what is true or false in my opinion. Secondly, important decisions can be crucial for our lives. For example, when I flirt with my girlfriend, we can decide to get married. In that case, I have to consult my parents. I would just say consult my parents. I would say they may be aware of my decision's suitability. Thirdly, sometimes we should, I would say, use our inside voice. Or you could say we should listen to our inside voice. If we listen, I would say, to too many people, we may also confuse ourselves about some topics, and we cannot get the solution from our, I would say, our own thinking. In this way, we may be in a dilemma. Unfortunately, we make a decision. Unfortunately, I would say if we make a decision at this time, I believe that it would be the worst decision because of our uncertainty. In brief, we live important and crucial, I would say, we make important and crucial decisions for our lives, and we need to get advice from others. Furthermore, we enlighten and determine our true ways for our circumstances and decisions. I would say we become enlightened and determine our true ways, our true, we could just say our own truth for our circumstances and decisions. Okay, good.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else ready?
I'm put ready. Another.
Okay, Maria and then Enrique.
Okay, I'm closest to the bottom, I think. Okay, this is a new story. news story. Stolen license plates is a growing problem in Sweden. The plates are not primarily stolen to evade fines or congestion taxation. They are used to mask cars, meanwhile crimes are committed. When congestion taxation was introduced in Gothenburg at the New Year, a small but remarkable increase of the number of stolen license plates was noticed. Same thing happened when the congestion tax was introduced in Stockholm in 2007. At Skåne Police Department, they do not believe that the thefts are connected to the introduction of the tax. There are mostly criminals who are behind the thefts. They steal plates to mask a car later used for it's complicated. Used for to commit a crime, says Lars Björk, inspector at Skåne Police Department. The thefts are no coincidence. They want a license plate that belongs to a car of the same brand and color as the one they intend to use at the time for or of the crime. It reduces the risk of getting caught if they are pulled over by the police. In January 2012, almost 17,000 license plates were reported missing in Sweden. Missing. Most missing plates are not stolen, though. Most of the plates are lost during the journey or get dropped at a car crash. If your license plate is stolen, it is important to report it to the police as fast as possible. This because you need to rebut any false claims that may incur, for example, parking fines. Lately, another phenomena has occurred: identity theft of a car. The license plate had simply been copied without even being removed from the car.
Okay.
Okay.
Stolen license plates is a growing problem in Sweden. The plates are not primarily stolen to evade or dodge fines. Or, okay, what is a congestion tax?
Yeah, it is. This is Sweden, you know. And so, because we want to reduce the number of cars in the city, in the core of the city, and so we want people to avoid taking the car to their work.
Yeah.
To use public transportation instead. So therefore, they have like tolls or so if you drive behind a certain area into, so you have to pay a small tax,
I see.
or fee.
All right. Yeah, I understand the word. It's like traffic congestion, but congestion is a funny word.
Yeah, maybe I should just write traffic congestion tax.
Yeah,
that's better. Yeah.
That's just
okay.
And they are used to mask cars. Meanwhile, crimes are committed. Mask is okay. It would be more like to hide.
Okay.
Yeah. They're used to.
What is better to use?
Used to. I would say hide.
Hide cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
While crimes are committed.
Okay.
Or not really hide. It's what's the word?
I mean,
hide, there's another word. You could say to disguise.
Disguise, right? Yeah, that's the word.
Disguise. They're used to disguise cars while crimes are committed. When the traffic congestion tax was introduced in Gothenburg at the New Year, a small but remarkable increase in the number of stolen license plates was noticed. The same thing happened when the congestion tax was introduced in Stockholm in 2007. At Skåne Police Department, they do not believe that the thefts are connected to the introduction of the tax. There are mostly criminals who are behind the thefts. They steal plates to disguise a car.
Oops.
And then the comma there.
Later
used to commit a crime. says Lars Bjork. Okay, Inspector. Yep. The thefts are no coincidence. They want a license plate that belongs to a car of the same brand and color as the one they intend to use at the time of the crime. It reduces the risk of getting caught if they are pulled over by the police. In January 17,000 with a comma. License plates were reported missing in Sweden. Most missing plates are not stolen, though. Most of the plates are lost during the journey. Okay.
The drive or...
Yeah. Most of the plates are lost while driving.
While driving, yes.
Or get, or we would say, or fall off.
Fall off, yeah.
Yeah, during a car crash.
During a car crash, okay.
If your license plate is stolen, it is important to report it to the police as fast as possible. This is because you need to review any false claims. Yeah, that may incur.
Rebut, is that okay? Rebut.
Yeah, not very common, but.
Okay, refute. What about refute?
Refute any false claims that may incur, for example, parking fines. Lately, another phenomenon has occurred: identity theft of a car. The license plate has simply been copied without even being removed from the car.
I have one question. What is it called when you are pulled over by the police? What is it called? Like some sort of we call it police control. You might, I don't know what you call it.
We call it a police stop. Like
police stop.
Yeah,
okay.
Getting pulled over by the police, or you're getting stopped by the police.
If they are getting stopped by the police.
Yeah.
Or if they are stopped at a random police.
That's it's a police stop. They have
police stop. Okay.
Yeah, or
checkpoint.
Yeah, the checkpoints. That's more like if you sometimes if they're trying to catch drunk drivers or something, they might have checkpoints where you have to. They'll stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's during holidays or like the New Year.
So it's called police checkpoint.
Yes.
Or just checkpoint.
That would be police checkpoint. Okay, Enrique, did you have another one?
Yes, I have finished.
Okay, yeah, we're going to have a lot of correcting right now. Hold on. Okay, Nadia, I'll go to you next. Okay, Enrique. Coffee made with elephant dung. Yes, I heard about that.
Yes.
So it's just dung, not dungs. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Elephants are used to make one of the most expensive coffees in the whole world. It is an exotic variety called ivory, and it goes through an odd process.
Yes.
The animals must eat it, and then Thai workers recover it from their feces. This is due to a chemical reaction that pachyderms generate in their stomachs that makes the ivory has a unique flavor. Due to it takes away the bitterness. When an elephant eats coffee, its stomach's acid breaks a key protein, which is in bitterness coffee, said Blake, a 42 Canadian man who spent $300,000 to develop the new variety. You end up drinking a very soft coffee without the classical bitterness of common coffee, he said. It is not the first variety that exists because of this process. It happens the same with coffee luwak, but instead of using elephants are used algalias. A half kilo of coffee costs $2,500, making it the most expensive coffee in the whole world.
Wow. Okay, elephants are used to make one of the most expensive coffees in the whole world. It is an exotic variety called ivory, and it goes through an odd process. The animals must eat it, and then, did you want to say Thai workers or the workers?
Thai workers, yes.
Okay, from Thailand?
Yes.
Okay, then the Thai workers recover it from their feces. This is due to a chemical reaction that pachyderms generate in their stomachs that makes the ivory have a unique flavor. I would just say semicolon. It takes away the bitterness. All right, let's see. Hold on. Okay, I would say this unique flavor is due to a chemical. Yeah. It takes, okay. When an elephant eats coffee. Its stomach acid breaks a key protein, which I would say causes the bitterness in coffee, said Blake, a 42-year-old, we'd say year-old, Canadian man who spent $300,000 to develop the new variety. So usually when we write numbers, you can just write the numbers instead of writing them out in words. 300,000 to develop the new variety. You end up drinking a very soft coffee without the classical, I would say the classic, whoa, it keeps moving, the classic bitterness of common coffee, he said. It is not the first variety that exists because of this process, or I would say using this process. It happens the same with Kopi Luwak, but instead of using elephants, what are algalias?
I'm not sure.
Is that the name of it? Like, did you look that up, or is it, let me see what it is. What is that? Is that in Spanish?
No. I think it's a species, the Latin name, I suppose.
Huh.
I'm not sure.
Okay, I don't know either what it is.
I couldn't found the name or the picture.
Uh-huh. Huh. I don't know either. Maybe some kind of another kind of animal or something, maybe. Okay.
Probably. Yeah.
A half kilo of coffee costs $2,500. That's crazy. Making it the most expensive coffee in the whole world. Yeah. Kopi Luwak. I've never heard of that. Okay. Let me see. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, yeah, there's the link if you want to see about the Kopi Luwak coffee. Okay, Nadia, you want to read yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. Let me make it a little bigger so people who are watching can read along. They like to see it on the screen. Okay, whoops, that's really big. Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes you come across the situation when it is hard for you to make up your mind. You keep thinking about which step to take, but feel highly indecisive. So you start looking for some people who you trust and start asking them for their opinion or advice. Should you seek this advice, or should you rely only on your own decision? I believe that you ought to consider as many possibilities as you are able to and avoid involving other people into decision-making process. Firstly, one is never able to describe your circumstances as fully as possible. We usually lack words for finding the right wording. So your interlocutor is highly likely get the wrong or defective impression of the real situation. Thus, having the wrong information, one will not be able to find the right solution. Secondly, if you agree with the suggested option, the possible outcome might end up in a complete disaster and make your situation much worse. You could start blaming the person you have asked for help for the rest of their life. While resolving the problem in your own way, you will have nobody to accuse of the terrible outcome. You will be the only person to bear with all the results. It is always better to be responsible for all your deeds and actions yourself. This is my firm belief. Let's have a look at the typical situation of a divorce. If you listen to the husband's description, you will have one view on it. If you talk to the wife, you will get quite the opposite impression. So, if you ask for advice whether to divorce or not, you might hear various opinions. If you make the wrong choice listening to someone's advice, you might feel sorry about this forever. On the other hand, some people could have a different attitude to asking for advice. They might assume that it is better to ask everybody about their ideas on the matter, and then consider all the suggestions and take them into consideration. They might even believe that you should always have a discussion with the person or people who you completely trust, because they will never advise you anything bad. They have more experience and are much wiser. Following their way, you will never fail. All things considered, I tend to believe that you are the only creator of your own happiness and unhappiness. Everything is in your hands. You just have to find your path in life and follow it, trying to avoid being distracted by what other people think of you and your actions. People are often mistaken, as well as you are. It is always better to be responsible for all your thoughts and deeds and get through or live through all the outcomes and results brought by them.
Okay, great. Okay, I don't think I have very many corrections, but I'll read through just to make sure. Sometimes you come across, I would just say a situation when it is hard for you to make up your mind. You keep thinking about which steps to take, but feel highly indecisive. So you start looking for some people who you trust and start asking them for their opinion or advice. Should you seek this advice, or should you rely on your own decision? I believe that you ought to consider as many possibilities as you are able to and avoid involving other people in, I would say, in the decision-making process. Firstly, one is never able to describe, in this case we would say one is never able to describe their circumstances as fully as possible. We usually lack words for finding the right words, or you could say for describing it correctly or something like that. So your interlocutor is highly likely to get the wrong or defective impression of the real situation. Thus, having the wrong information, one will not be able to find the right solution. Secondly, if you agree with the suggested option, the possible outcome might end up in a complete disaster and make your situation much worse. You could start blaming the person you have asked for help for the rest of their life. While resolving the problem in your own way, you will have nobody to accuse for the terrible outcome. You will be the only person to, I would say, instead of bear, to deal with all the results. It is always better to be responsible for all your deeds and actions yourself. This is my firm belief. Let's have a look at the typical situation of a divorce. If you listen to the husband's description, you will have one view on it, or of it. If you talk to the wife, you will get quite the opposite impression. So, if you ask for advice whether to divorce or not, you might hear various opinions. If you make the wrong choice listening to someone's advice, you might feel sorry about this forever. On the other hand, some people could have a different attitude towards asking for advice. They might assume that it is better to ask everybody about their ideas on the matter and then consider all the suggestions and take them into consideration. They might even believe that you should always have a discussion with the person or people who you completely trust, because they will never advise you anything bad. Okay, I would say do anything bad. They have more experience and are much wiser. Following their way, you will never fail. Comma there. All things considered, I tend to believe that you are the only creator of your own happiness and unhappiness. Everything is in your hands. You just have to find your path in life and follow it, trying to avoid being distracted by what other people think of you and your actions. People are often mistaken as well as you are. I would say just as you are. It is always better to be responsible for all your thoughts and deeds and get through all the outcomes and results brought by them. Okay, great. Any questions?
Lisa, I finished.
Okay.
And the last one.
Okay, did you put it down there? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let me read it because I have to go in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, Imad, I agree with this statement for 2 reasons. First, to make the right decision, we need to consider every tiny detail that could be hidden from us, if you said we. Okay. Second, it's free to ask for the advice, and it won't harm us if it's important to use the experience that some people could have in life. let's see, won't harm us, I would say, as it is important to you. I would always like to consider ideas from other perspectives. Sometimes I feel like someone who doesn't know how to make a decision, and there were many times when I was hesitating to make an important decision. For example, when I was applying for the university 10 years ago, I had to choose between the two colleges, civil engineering and biomedical engineering. Both of them sounded equal to me, but I had to choose one that would have a better future in my country. At that time, I asked for advice, and I got many perspectives that helped me a lot in making my final choice. Our life today is very complicated. I would say our lives, usually we say our lives today are very complicated. Some people have more experience than I do. My opinion could be based on good things, but I might miss something important that I could learn about from someone in a simple way. It's free to ask for advice and free to get it. Others who love me, like my father, who would love to give a piece of advice anytime I ask for it. Let's see. I would say there are others who love me like me. Okay. So I have nothing to lose if I get his advice, and it might be helpful. In conclusion, there is always a better chance of us, I would say, making the right decision by asking for advice, because this would add more ideas and thoughts for us for free. I wouldn't make my decision by taking my prejudices, which could be wrong. Okay, good. Okay, guys, we are done. So I know that some people, I didn't correct everybody's stuff. So if I have time later, I might come back and look if you want me to. Otherwise, you guys did a good job. And does anybody have any questions before we end? No?
I have a question for Enrique in the chat, if he has time or wants to reply to it.
Oh, you had somebody.
It's about the coffee. I was just curious. How can they recover the coffee beans after the elephant been chewing on them? I don't understand, because they don't eat them. They chew on them, right?
Yeah. They do eat them. It comes out their poop.
Yeah, I understand, but how can they recover the coffee bean if they are crushed?
No, I don't think so.
They are not crushed, okay.
Yeah, they're not crushed.
They just swallow them and then poop it. Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Aaron, we can work on yours later if you want. And also, let's see, Lamia, I don't know where you are. Oh, Lamia. Hi, dear friend Enrique. Let's see. On my last vacation, I went to in Azerbaijan. There are many good places to relax. When you're there, I can persuade you, you will never be bored with staying there. Every summer I visit there. There are high mountains, many rivers, lakes where you can rest very well. In this region, we also have big two-story homes in the yards of the homes. There are big pools. In brief, you must visit and see these good places. Okay. Whoops, I don't have time for doing all that. Okay, guys, come again to another writing class, and we will work some more. You guys did a good job. And if you want to come to the reading class, I got to start that right now, okay?
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.